This Monday Night Raw gave us 4 title matches and 1 battle royal to determine CM Punk's opponent for Saturday night's main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. So as you can tell, I think this Raw was actually pretty good, although there are some stuff which make me think. Hello everybody and welcome, and let's just get into this. Adam Pearce opened up the show and he would be joined by The Vision. He would talk about how Seth Rollins is now heavily injured because of what The Vision did to him. He was already injured from the match with Cody Rhodes, but now it's extra bad. So he has to strip Seth Rollins of the title because of it. Although Bron Breakker will have to give back the title because the title match will be at Saturday night's main event. You cannot just steal the belt, which, I mean, makes sense. And that match at Saturday night's main event will be between CM Punk and the winner of tonight's Battle Royal. And this is such a great way to do it, because I was wondering, why did they even have the #1 contenders match last week when clearly Seth Rollins is not going to defend it and they knew he wouldn't. So giving CM Punk the opportunity to be the #1 contender didn't really make much sense. But now it does, and it's done in a really good way. CM Punk is the most deserving guy for that belt. However, the Battle Royal could determine whoever they want. The #2, the #3 guy, Bron Breakker, Bronson Reed. Although we'll get to that. There are some stuff about this Battle Royal that I didn't like. Not even about the match, just about the setup for it. But again, we'll talk about it later. Adam Pearce would want the title back from Bron Breakker, and Bron Breakker would ask for respect and demands that Adam Pearce says, please. Adam Pearce does so, and he gets the title back. Paul Heyman then talks about how B&B are the future, not Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is just a bum shoulder, and that's it. That's it. Judgment Day are then backstage complaining about how they have to defend their titles, even though they're the tag team champions and they should defend their titles, and they haven't in how long? Oh yeah, I guess it makes sense that they complain so much. Also, Roxanne seems to be back on track trying to seduce Dom, so does this mean that Liv Morgan is coming back soon? Man, I hope it does. Then we would have our first match and the first title match of the night, which would be the tag team championship between Judgment Day and AJ Lee, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, of course. And it was a beautiful match, great performers, great match. All 4 of these guys can go, and they did, they went. Really great stuff. And AJ Styles would pin Finn Balor, which I kind of didn't expect Finn Balor to eat the pin here. Maybe they're setting something up between AJ Styles and Finn Balor later down the line, because if we don't get Finn Balor against AJ Styles during AJ Styles' retirement tour, that would be such a mistake not to do, and this could be something they could build off of later. Then we have the Usos backstage, and Jimmy tells Jey to stop thinking about Roman and focus on himself. He is the one fighting here. Dirty Dom versus Rusev would be our second title match of the night, and it would be a great match with many shenanigans. Dom even tries to use the hammer again, but Rusev notices, and he's like, I want to hit you with this. The referee kind of like turns him around, stops him from doing that. Then him and the referee are arguing. Dom just hits a low blow on Rusev, which the referee didn't see. And 619, Frogo Splash, Dirty Dom retains the Intercontinental Championship. I love this reign. I love this reign so damn much. Every single week he's just putting on bangers. His in-ring style works. It's amazing. Really, really love all this stuff. Then we would have our third title match on this card, which would be Maxxine Dupri versus Becky Lynch. And it was a decent match. Again, Maxxine Dupri is not the greatest in-ring performer, and as a Maxxine Dupri fan, I'm not afraid to say that because she's not. But you can see her improvement, and she really is improving. And again, she's got the looks, she's got the charisma. The only thing she's missing still is a little bit of in-ring like awareness, psychology, although it is getting much better. Or at the very least, she has great chemistry with Becky Lynch, because this match again was pretty decent, pretty good. Not like a 5-star match or anything, but really good. And I'm really happy to see Maxxine in the ring constantly. And she won this match as well, because Becky Lynch would get herself disqualified and then beat up on Maxxine. Maxxine just beat Becky Lynch 2 times in a row. What kind of push are we getting here? I'm really excited. Asuka and Kairi do a vignette calling out Rhea and Io yet again. In other news, the grass is still green. I'm just joking. I really love this feud, and I'm really happy they're continuing it, because of course they are. It's gonna be really great stuff. Paul Heyman is then talking with Adam Pearce, telling him that Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker are off the Battle Royal card, unless Paul Heyman says please. Of course, a callback to the start of the show. Paul Heyman would say please, but Adam Pearce would say, gotcha, they're not gonna be in the match. And that's what I'm really unhappy about, because them not being in this match really hurt the match, in my opinion. It really hurt the stakes. I don't even mind the guy who won. I mean, all of you know, Jey Uso won, spoiler alert. And I don't even mind that. I'm kind of okay with it. But what I'm really unhappy about is Bron Breakker or Bronson Reed, probably both, should have been in this match. Increasing the tension, increasing everything, and having all the baby faces come together to knock the two of them out before going into their own stuff. It would be really fun. Much more in-ring psychology, much more everything. Whereas this way around, we only had like one real story developing in the ring. So yeah, I'm not necessarily too certain about that. Hey, you have to live with it. I guess they just don't want any of the Vision members to lose, to start off this run losing, although it's a battle royal. It wouldn't necessarily be a loss. Becky Lynch would then square up to Paul Heyman, and he would say that he had no choice. He had to align with Bron Breakker. He also offers his services. He says, Becky, if you need anything, Paul E. Dangerously is here for you. But Becky tells the penguin-faced prick to be careful and tells him that Seth Rollins just used him. He didn't trust him. He didn't rely on him. He just used him, and that he doesn't matter. Seth Rollins only used Paul Heyman to win that friggin' match at WrestleMania and to maybe up his tempo up a little bit. And that's it. He doesn't care about Paul Heyman. He doesn't care about Bron Breakker or Bronson Reed either, although I'm not necessarily sure how much I believe that he doesn't care about Bron Breakker or Bronson Reed. That seems a little bit, I don't know, that way too out of character for everything that Seth Rollins has been saying. But hey, we'll have to wait and see until Seth Rollins comes back. Stephanie Vaquer versus Roxanne Perez was up next, and I'm pretty sure this was another title match, although they never explicitly said it, so I'm not necessarily too certain. It might have not been. I might have missed something. If I did, please let me know. It wasn't on purpose or anything. I just sometimes miss stuff. But yeah, this was an amazing match. I expected nothing less. Stephanie wins, of course, and then gets beaten down by Raquel and Roxanne, but Nikki Bella comes out to help her. Lyra Valkyria still has no clue what's up with Bayley, and honestly, neither do I. Bron Breakker then demands of Paul Heyman to help them out with all this, and he tells them about all the successes he has had with Brock Lesnar, with CM Punk, with Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, how he's the guy who made him the tribal chief, and that he needs to listen to Paul E. Dangerously. Bron Breakker, Bronson Reed, listen to me. It's not all about running wild. It's about the politicking, and I'm here to do just that. And I really liked this segment. I really did, especially afterwards when Paul Heyman left. Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed were like, I do love winning. I do love smashing people in. What am I gonna do? Really fun stuff. Nikki Bella and Stephanie Vaquer are backstage thanking each other, and Nikki's talking about how they need to have each other's back. And I really want Nikki Bella to turn heel. I think that would be great, that Nikki Bella is actually the first opponent to Stephanie Vaquer, and I wouldn't mind this happening next week either, because I don't necessarily care for this story. I don't think many people care for this story between Stephanie Vaquer and Nikki Bella and their friendship. I wish Nikki Bella just turns heel next week, because right now she's getting basically no reaction. If she turns heel, that would be major heat, especially on Stephanie Vaquer. It would give Stephanie Vaquer a really nice jumping point for her first real rival in this World Championship reign. I would be real interested in that, but hey, let me know what you think, because I do really think this could be really great. Then we get to the #1 contenders battle royal for the World Heavyweight Championship. And CM Punk is on commentary, and he's one hell of a commentator. I really wish he becomes like an on-screen personality once he retires. Maybe like a commentator, maybe a GM would be great for him. But yeah, I know he's going to stay at the PC helping new talent rise up to the occasion, rise up to everything. just help them get better. But I also wish he has an on-screen persona as well. And in this number one contenders battle royal, there were some really fun spots. My favorite one being when AJ Styles eliminated Dirty Dom, but the referee didn't see it, so my guy just walks back in. He's like, okay, nobody saw this. I'm back in. Let me get back in. I'm Eddie Guerrero. And I really love that spot. It was just so great. And the last 5 people in the ring would be LA Knight, Jimmy Uso, AJ Styles, Jey Uso, and Dirty Dom. Jimmy would help Jey not get eliminated. Jimmy would then eliminate AJ Styles, but Jey would then eliminate his brother that saved his ass twice in this match, as well as LA Knight. I started predicting their match at WrestleMania 42 as far as like 2 months ago, I think, or almost 2 months ago. So I'm really happy where this is going. I really do believe that they are going to have a match at WrestleMania 42. Everything's just kind of building up to that. And they really need the redemption arc for their previous WrestleMania match. I'm having war flashbacks right now, but yeah, I really wish they do continue on to doing that. Dirty Dom then goes for the 619, but Jey eliminates him, and Jey won the opportunity for this match. And then CM Punk goes into the ring and faces off against Jey Uso. And again, I don't think Jey Uso is the wrong option here. I do think he's the great option for this match. I don't want him to win it. I want, of course, CM Punk to win it, so Bron Breakker has an even bigger opponent because Jey Uso just doesn't have that much of hype behind him, nor does he have that level of just elitism around him that people think of you as like, if someone beats you, shit, like they're on top. CM Punk has that, Jey Uso doesn't necessarily, so Bron Breakker going after CM Punk would make a lot of sense later on, and then winning the belt off of CM Punk would also make a lot of sense, although we still don't know if Bron Breakker would somehow get himself into this match, which could be really possible. We never know. So yeah, what do you guys think of this match? What do you guys think of this show in general? Please let me know down below. If you're new here, please make sure to subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers right now, and I'm really looking forward to hitting that one day. I'm, again, new on this platform, so if you want to help me achieve my dreams, please make sure to like, and arrivederci.